everybody. I'm Greg Benschedel. I'll be doing the webinar for today's PowerPack presentation, and we're going to be looking at pipe openings, our pipe opening tool. Okay, well, let's get started. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. If somebody would be kind enough to perhaps use the chat or the question panel just to say yes, they can hear me, that would be much appreciated. Thank you very much. Cool, got hands up. You can see my screen. That's fantastic. Okay, let's get going. So thank you. I'm Greg. I'm one of the many application engineers here with Greytec. I've been part of Greytec and Address for over 20 years, and I'm one of the many Autodesk certified professionals and trainers that we have here as part of the Graitec group. I've been a trainer here for almost 9-10 years. Prior to that, I ran a commercial contract drafting agency where we would undertake 2D and 3D drafting works along with animation and visualization processes. You have on screen my contact details, so if you'd like to drop me a line with any questions, then please feel free, and you could always contact me on LinkedIn as well. Okay, a few key facts regarding Greytec as a company. Greytec is over 30 years old. We have our headquarters in France, and we operate across 11 different countries worldwide. So we're across Europe and into the America, with over 48 offices. Now, when you invest your money and your time with any particular supplier, it's good to know that you're going to be joining with Greytec, a very healthy and profitable company. So this means that we are going to be here for the long term to help you out with your business long term as well. So you can see from the slide there that we've got a good bank balance. I've got a strong sheet, and we've been experiencing growth even in these particular times that we have at the moment. So we are all about CAD, construction and architecture. Okay, we've got over 550 staff. We have 100 dedicated programmers in our R&D center, where we actually customize most of the Autodesk products, and including, of course, the development of our own PowerPack tools and accessories to help you become even stronger and be able to use your Autodesk software that much more productively. You are our key partners. It's customers first every time. Okay, so we are here to help. If you have a question, if you need some help, that's what we're here for. We've delivered 3,500 training courses every year, and it's what we do. CAD is in our very DNA. We sell, we train, we use, and we develop the CAD software. So we know a bit about CAD. So along with what we do and what you do, we have our 4 pillars. We have create, simulate, and fabricate. And we've got tools there to help you do all 4 of those key aspects to your particular business. Okay, we fully understand the BIM process, and we can help you use the Autodesk products with our own PowerPacks. And we're going to be looking at one of the tools on our Revit PowerPack today. More about that in a moment. And when it comes to finishing your designs off and making sure that they work, we have got a suite of simulation and analysis software packages that can help you check your design, make sure that it works, and then, of course, we can help you move those designs into deliverables, finished fabrication drawings, construction drawings, right the way through to site delivery. Now, this means, of course, you're going to be developing and creating an awful lot of paperwork, a lot of drawings, documentation, support information, and we can help you with that as well with work in progress BIM data. We can help you collaborate that information into external CDEs, common data environments, and we have our own programs such as OpenTree that can assist you with that as well. Okay, on to the main event. We are looking at the Graitec PowerPack, specifically the one for Revit. So here is the Revit PowerPack on screen. There's an awful lot of tools there, so I've had to split it across two sections so that you can see them clearly. With the PowerPack, you're going to get over 70 tools to help improve your functionality and efficiency when you're using Revit and producing your design. Now, sometimes you may click on a certain tool, and if it does nothing, it doesn't mean that it's broken. It means that it's one of the tools that is available from our professional version. So the single installation provides you with both the standard and the professional installation. And if you speak to your local representatives, they'll be able to help you out with some of the enhanced tools that we have on the PowerPack. Now, when you do install the PowerPack, it is bi-versional. In other words, when you get the latest PowerPack, it will work on both your Revit 2020 and it's going to work on 2021. Now, of course, there's a good chance that you may still be using older versions because of project commitments that you have, and we've got older versions available as well. Of course, the question is, with these older versions, where do you get them from? So there's quite a few places where we can send you a link to, but one of the easiest places is directly from the Graitec Advantage webpage. This is what the page looks like when you get to it. You can scroll down on the page and this is what you'll see. You'll see various versions. Over here on the right hand side we have our download options, and of course we have some filters as well. So over here it says, select product, and as you can see we have PowerPacks for quite a different set of tools that you may need. Advanced Steel, Workshop, Advanced Concrete, Inventor. So you could choose the particular one you're looking for. Of course we're looking at the Revit one, and then once you've chosen the PowerPack that you need, we can further filter that information to the particular version that you're looking for, and then you can get to the download. Okay. To get to the Graitec Advantage site, www.advantage.graitec.com. Okay. Right. Let's get back to the PowerPack itself. Now, in this tutorial, we're going to be taking a look at this openings tool, okay, the openings tool, and there's a drop down available showing you different options, and when you click on this drop down you'll see these three tools. Okay, let's look at those in more detail and we'll go live over into Revit. So just bear with me for a moment and we'll go live into Revit. I'm running the very latest version of Revit 2021, and I've got a very simple drawing on screen where we are looking at a building. Now these walls are just standard architectural basic walls. So these could be basic walls or they could have been structural walls as well. Okay, so no matter where you go from, whether it's going to be from a structural side or the architectural side, the tools we're going to look at are going to work with both sets. These tools are very straightforward, so this shouldn't take too long. Now, here I've got a series of pipes. Now this one's particularly about pipe work, but these tools work equally well for duct work, cable trays, all sorts. Okay. So let's see what it does. Now the purpose of this is that when you start running systems through a building, they actually just pass through. If I put this into shaded mode, it might be a bit more obvious. Your pipes and ductwork, they just pass through the walls. There's no actual holes as such. So in Revit, of course, you need to indicate that there's going to be an opening to allow that service to pass through. And you could, from Revit, use these opening tools here, and you could use the opening tool, wall opening, and you have to go around and do these one by one. And obviously on a big project, that could take some time. Even on a smaller project, it's a little time consuming. And this is where the PowerPack comes in. Okay. If we go to the PowerPack, here it is. Now you can see that I've got a number of PowerPacks installed. And we are looking at this openings tool. So let's see how it works. We'll use the drop down. And the first one we're going to look at is this pipe openings tools. They called it pipe openings, but it's openings. Okay. So go ahead and click on it. Now what it's going to do is going to start analyzing this building, and it's going to find all of those pipes. Okay, here we go. So it's found all the pipes. How many have we got? We've got 9 pipes in here. It looks around, it's figured out what the shape is, excuse me, the dimension, and what kind of wall. Now here you have a choice. What kind of opening do you want? You could have it governed by the type of element, the shape. You could specify round, or you could specify rectangular. Now of course, you're going to want, not only are you going to want a hole through it, but you probably want a gap around those holes as well. So we have offset values in here, and you can certainly customize these offset values to your own preference as well. Okay. Let's have a look on the configuration. So further tools on here, and as you can see, we could have ducts, pipes, cable trays, or conduits. So it's very flexible. But that's basically it. You can set these up, and then all you have to do is click on OK. Let's see what it does. You'll see a number of little screens pop up while it's processing the information, and it's loading in some voids. There we are. Look at this. There you go. We now have got holes for our services to pass through, with a suitable gap around each one. That's it. It really is that simple. Okay, you just click on the button and let it do its thing. Okay, so what are the other tools on here? So the other tools are to help you where you have actually used the Revit opening tools, and perhaps you want to tidy some up. Okay, so I'm just going to spin this around. So here I have some standard Revit opening in these walls. Okay, and it could be that you put a number through for various services, and perhaps it's going to be just more practical if it was just maybe one hole. So using this opening tool here, we can actually choose what we want to do. So you could have one rectangular opening, and you can see from the tooltip what it will do. All right, so if I click on here, I can then select those openings. I'm just going to select these 2. Notice there's a plus symbol next to my cursor, if you can just about make that out. So I'm going to choose just those 2 on this instance. And then in the options bar, we finish the process by clicking on the Finish button. There we are. And boom, there we go. So it just rationalizes those and puts them in place. I'm going to undo that. So we're back to the 3 holes. And let's have a look at this other one. So that will always produce a rectangle. So if I had chosen all 3 of these holes, we would have ended up with a large rectangle. Now we have another one here, which is join into optimal opening. So let's see what happens when we try that. Click on that tool. Again, we select the openings. I could actually drag a window around them as well, like so. And then do finish. And let's see what this does. This is the optimal version. There we are. So now it's more of a polygonal style shape, and voila, your openings are done. So that is the openings tool. It is as simple as that. Just a few other little add-on extras that might be useful to you. Now, the tools that we have on the PowerPack, you can customize which ones you see and which ones you don't see. If I come over to this big G and come down to the PowerPack option, you'll find at the bottom of this drop down we've got PowerPack Customization. If I click on here, and then you go to this second tab, the ribbon customization. In here you can see here's a list of all of the tools, okay, and we've got a checkbox style tick box here. So if there's any elements that you don't want to see, then you can quite easily untick those. Or in some of the other tools, you may find you want to even add some, because they're not all ticked, you'll notice. There are some additional tools that you could bring in as well across some of the other PowerPack tools. So you can customize it with these checkboxes. Okay. One last thing. As you're aware, Revit supports keyboard shortcuts. If I hover over wall, the tooltip shows me that the keyboard shortcut is WA and door is DR. Okay. Now with the PowerPack tools, if there's some that you want to use, then you can indeed add your own keyboard shortcuts as well. So for pipe openings, for example, there's no tooltip keyboard shortcut being displayed because there is no shortcut at the moment. But let's see if we can add one for the pipe openings. Now, if we go to View, go to the User Interface drop down. Right down the bottom, you can find your keyboard shortcuts. There's a number of places you can get to this. Okay, so let's have a look at openings. There we go, openings, and this confirms over here that it's on the PowerPack. Okay, so let's try and add a keyboard shortcut. I'm going to put a G in front of there just to say Greytec, and then let's say PO, and then assign it. So GPO. There we go. It's added it here. So let's see how that affects the actual PowerPack tool itself. Let's go back to our PowerPack. Openings drop down. Let's let the tooltip open up and look at that. Yeah, there it is. So you can add your own preferred keyboard shortcuts to the PowerPack tools as well. Okay. One last thing. If you need some help with these, if I hover over this and let the tooltip open up, as you with most tooltips that come up, it says press F1. Now you may expect that pressing F1 is going to open up the Autodesk help pages, but this is a Graitec PowerPack. So while I'm hovering over this, I'm going to press F1 now. Let's see what it does. Look at that. It actually goes to the PowerPack page. Yeah? And then in there, you can look at the index, or you could do a search, and it will go straight to it, and you can find it. Okay, some of these tools may actually take you directly to it. So let's try another one over here, like wall thickness, for example. Let's do F1 on there. There we go. This goes directly to the wall thickness one. So lots of help available, not only from us, but from our help pages live on the web 24/7 as well. Okay, so that is the openings tool. Nice, quick, short one, but very, very useful, a great time saver. So hope you found that useful to you, and understanding just a little bit about the PowerPack tools that we give to most of our subscription customers for free. If you need more details, or if you want to buy the advanced one, then speak to your local representation. So, thank you very much. Have a good weekend, and hopefully we'll see you again in another presentation. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.
Greytec.